The AI economy is about to change because the easy part is ending. The easy part was the demo. A chatbot writes an email. A model creates an image. A coding assistant finishes a function. A voice assistant sounds more human. A startup adds the word AI to its pitch deck and suddenly looks like the future. That phase was exciting because everything felt possible. But the next phase will be different. The next phase is not about whether AI can impress people. It is about whether AI can pay for itself. That is the quiet shift happening right now. The AI economy is moving from wonder to numbers, from demos to deployment, from hype to infrastructure, from look what it can do to show me the return. And that transition could reshape everything. Big tech, startups, jobs, energy, software, data centers, cloud computing, and the way companies decide what human work is still worth paying for. The first wave of AI was built on attention. The second wave will be built on economics. That difference matters. For the last few years, the AI story has been dominated by frontier models. Bigger models, faster models, smarter models, better benchmarks, more tokens, more GPUs, more cloud contracts, more dramatic announcements. But behind every magical answer is a very unmagical bill. AI needs chips. Chips need data centers. Data centers need land, electricity, cooling, construction crews, transformers, water systems, grid upgrades, and enormous capital. This is why the AI economy is no longer just a software story. It is becoming an industrial story. McKinsey estimates global spending on data centers could reach $7 trillion by 2030, describing the AI build-out as one of the largest infrastructure expansions in modern history. The firm notes that success depends not just on capital, but also on energy resources, supply chains, construction capacity, and where data centers can physically be built. That is the first reason the AI economy is changing. The bottleneck is shifting from code to concrete. For decades, software companies had one of the most attractive business models in the world. Build once, sell many times, scale globally, high margins, low physical friction. AI breaks part of that fantasy. The best AI systems are not just software. They are software attached to an expensive machine in the real world. That machine consumes power every time someone asks it to write, summarize, code, reason, generate, search, or act. The International Energy Agency reported that electricity demand from data centers rose 17% in 2025, while AI-focused data centers climbed even faster, outpacing global electricity demand growth of 3%. That is not a small detail. That is the business model hitting the electrical grid. The public sees a chatbot window. The economy sees a power plant. And once energy becomes central, the winners may not be only the companies with the best models. The winners may also be the companies with the best power contracts, the best data center locations, the best cooling systems, the best chip supply, and the best ability to turn capital spending into profitable services. This is why the AI economy is spreading into industries most people do not associate with artificial intelligence. Caterpillar is suddenly part of the AI story because data centers need power generation equipment. Schneider Electric, utilities, cooling companies, real estate developers, construction firms, nuclear startups, and grid operators are all being pulled into the AI build-out. Axios reported that Caterpillar's revenue rose 22% year over year to $4 billion, helped by demand for power and energy equipment tied to cloud computing and generative AI. That is the new AI economy. Not just prompts, generators, not just apps, substations, not just models, megawatts. The second reason the AI economy is about to change is that enterprises are getting serious, and serious customers ask harder questions. At first, many companies experimented with AI because they feared being left behind. They launched pilots, they bought subscriptions, they ran internal demos, They created AI task forces. They gave employees co-pilots. They announced partnerships. But experimentation is not transformation. A company can test AI in 50 places and still not change its cost structure. It can give employees access to chatbots and still not improve margins. It can run pilots forever and never redesign the workflow where the actual money is. That is why ROI is becoming the new battlefield. Deloitte's 2026 State of AI in the Enterprise report says leaders are focused on ROI, safe and ethical practices, workforce readiness, and practical go-to-market moves as AI turns from experimentation into scale. It also notes that worker access to AI rose by 50% in 2025, while expectations for production deployment are rising. This is where the AI economy gets more disciplined. The question is no longer, can employees use AI? The question is, what changed because they used it? Did customer service costs fall? Did sales cycles shorten? Did software teams ship faster? Did fraud detection improve? Did legal review become cheaper? Did marketing output improve? Did the company save money, make money, or just create more AI-flavored meetings? That distinction will decide who survives. The companies that treat AI like a toy will get bored. The companies that treat AI like a workflow engine may become more productive. The companies that treat AI like a replacement for strategy will waste money. That is why the next phase of the AI economy will be less glamorous, but more important. It will be about integration. AI has to connect to databases, software tools, customer records, emails, calendars, code bases, compliance rules, approval chains, and internal knowledge. That is messy. That is slow. That is where hype meets the old plumbing of corporate life. And that is exactly why AI agents are becoming the next major shift. A chatbot answers. An agent acts. OpenAI describes Operator as one of its first agents, capable of going to the web and performing tasks through its own browser by typing, clicking, and scrolling. OpenAI's developer documentation also says computer use lets a model operate software through a user interface by inspecting screenshots and returning interface actions for code to execute. Google launched Gemini Enterprise Agent Platform in April 2026 as a platform to build, scale, govern, and optimize agents, bringing together model selection, agent building, integration, DevOps, orchestration, and security. Microsoft describes Copilot Studio as a platform for building and managing agents that connect to business data and can be published across channels employees and customers use. This tells us where the money is moving. The first AI economy sold intelligence as conversation. The next AI economy will sell intelligence as labor. Not labor in the human sense, but labor in the workflow sense. Handling tickets, drafting reports, checking invoices, updating systems, monitoring compliance, answering customer questions, writing code, researching markets, filling forms, and coordinating tasks across software. That is where the real disruption begins. Because if AI stays as a chatbot, it is a tool. If AI becomes an agent, it becomes a participant in the organization. That changes pricing. That changes hiring. That changes software budgets. That changes management. That changes what companies expect from employees. But this shift will also expose a hard truth. Unreliable AI is expensive. A flashy model that makes mistakes in a demo is annoying. A deployed agent that makes mistakes inside payroll, medicine, finance, legal compliance, or customer operations is dangerous. That is why governance, evaluation, monitoring, and human oversight will become major parts of the AI economy. The future will not be just model providers. It will include audit tools, agent monitoring platforms, safety layers, data security products, workflow orchestration, permission systems, and AI insurance. The money will move from who has the smartest model to who can make AI safe enough to use at scale. That is a very different economy, The third reason the AI economy is changing is that the market is starting to separate fantasy from cash. Citigroup recently raised its global AI market forecast to more than $2 trillion by 2030, driven partly by rapid enterprise adoption in coding and automation. It increased its enterprise AI estimate to about $9 trillion. That sounds enormous because it is. But a huge market does not mean every AI company wins. In fact, it may mean the opposite. When markets mature, money gets pickier. Investors stop rewarding every company that says AI and start asking who has distribution, customers, margins, proprietary data, and defensible workflows. A generic AI wrapper may not survive if the model companies keep improving. A weak enterprise pilot may be cut if it cannot prove savings. A startup built on temporary model gaps may disappear when OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, Anthropic, Meta, or xAI releases a feature that does the same thing cheaper. This is why the AI economy may become both bigger and harsher. More spending overall, fewer winners, more adoption, less patience, more infrastructure, more pressure to monetize. Morgan Stanley has called AI a macro variable and said roughly 21% of S&P 500 companies now cite AI benefits, while adopters delivering measurable results are seeing cash flow margin expansion at about twice the global average. That is the split that matters. AI will not change every company equally. Some companies will use it to widen the gap. Others will spend money and fall behind anyway. That creates a new divide in the economy. AI operators versus AI spectators. The operators will rebuild workflows, train employees, secure data, measure outcomes, and redesign business processes around intelligent systems. The spectators will buy tools, hold strategy meetings, and wait for magic. There will be no magic. There will be execution. The fourth reason the AI economy is about to change is pricing. In the early wave, people compared AI products like subscriptions. $20 a month, $30 a seat, a few cents per 1,000 tokens. But as AI becomes more agentic, pricing may shift from access to outcomes. If an AI system books meetings, resolves claims, writes code, handles support tickets, or completes research, companies may not want to pay just for usage. They may pay for tasks completed, hours saved, revenue generated, or risk reduced. That could threaten traditional software as a service. For years, SaaS companies sold seats. More employees meant more licenses. But if AI agents do the work of multiple employees across multiple tools, the old seat-based model starts to look strange. Why pay per human seat if digital agents are doing more of the work? Why buy 10 separate tools if one AI platform can orchestrate the workflow? Why pay for software that records work if AI can perform the work? This is the hidden earthquake under the AI economy. AI is not just another software category. It may rewrite how software itself is priced, and that brings us to jobs. The AI economy is about to change because companies are no longer just asking how AI can help workers. They are asking which tasks no longer need to be done by workers at all. That does not mean every job disappears. But it does mean many jobs may be redesigned around fewer people, more automation, and higher expectations. The entry-level worker may face the biggest shock because many beginner tasks are exactly the tasks AI is getting better at. Summarizing, drafting, researching, coding simple features, analyzing documents, and preparing first versions. The future may not be mass unemployment overnight. It may be something more subtle. Fewer openings, higher productivity demands, flatter teams, more contract work, and a labor market where companies expect one person with AI to do what several people did before. That is why the AI economy is not just a technology story. It is a bargaining power story. If AI makes workers more productive, who gets the gains? The worker? The company? The shareholder? The customer? The platform? That question will define the next decade, Because the AI economy is not about machines becoming intelligent in isolation. It is about intelligence becoming a market. And once intelligence becomes a market, everything connected to knowledge work gets repriced. Writing gets repriced. Coding gets repriced. Research gets repriced. Design gets repriced. Customer support gets repriced. Management gets repriced. Even expertise gets repriced. That is why this moment feels different. We are not watching another app cycle. We are watching the cost of cognition fall while the cost of infrastructure rises. That contradiction will shape the next phase. AI answers may get cheaper. AI infrastructure may get more expensive. Basic AI tools may become commodities. Trusted enterprise AI may become premium. Model access may become common. Reliable automation may become rare. The AI economy is about to change because the market is discovering that intelligence alone is not enough. The real value is intelligence that is accurate, secure, integrated, governed, measurable, and profitable. That is a much higher bar. The first phase rewarded the companies that could amaze us. The next phase will reward the companies that can quietly make the economy work differently. And for everyone else, the message is simple. The AI wave is not slowing down. It is becoming more physical, more financial, more corporate, more regulated, and more tied to the basic infrastructure of modern life. The future of AI will not be decided only in research labs. It will be decided in boardrooms, power grids, data centers, procurement meetings, courtrooms, classrooms, and workplaces where people ask one uncomfortable question. What is still worth paying a human to do? So here is my question for you. Do you think the AI economy is about to create real abundance? Or are we watching a massive transfer of wealth toward the companies that control compute, data, and automation? At Machine Minds, your opinion matters to us. So please feel free to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, take care.